Hi guys, welcome back to Learning English and Literature. In this video, I will discuss the stress section of the test of orals in English language paper 3. In my previous video, I discussed questions 1 to 35. In this video, I'll be discussing the stress section. Section 4, question 36. This is a syllable stress and they have rules. Words ending with the letter Y, whether it's ICY, ITY, or IFY, the stress is on the third syllable from the end. That means you count 1, 2, 3. Okay? We have 4 syllables in humility. To identify the stress in a word that ends with the letter Y, you count the third syllable from the end and you get your stress. So, T, li, me. The stress is on the me, so the correct option here is B. Question 37, motivation. Any word that ends with T-I-O-N, S-I-O-N, or the sound shun. The syllable before the sound shun, or the letter, or the letters T-I-O-N or S-I-O-N is stressed. That means the syllable before the shun is stressed. Motivation. The stress here is on the they. The correct option here is C. Question 38. For 4-syllable words that end with the letters A-B-L-E or I-B-L-E, the stress is on the 4th syllable from the end. That means the first syllable. The stress is on the 4th syllable from the end. So, boo, a, boom, she, e, pa. The stress is on the pa. So we count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The stress is on the pa. So the correct option here is A. Question 39. Words that end with the letters UN or IUN, the stress is on the 2nd syllable from the end. For example, lun. However, there are some words that do not follow these rules. We have pendulum and curriculum. The stress is on the 3rd syllable from the end. So question 39 defies the rule of the UM. So we are going to count 3. Lu, k, and ru. The stress is on the ru. That means the correct option here is B. For words with 4 or 5 syllable words that end with A-B-L-E or I-B-L-E, the stress is placed on the 4th syllable from the end. But if that word has a prefix, the syllable after the prefix is stressed. That makes this very easy. Question 40, the correct option here is po, impossible. There are so many rules governing stress, especially syllable stress. I'm going to take my time and analyze the rules one by one. Okay, let's move to section 5. This is stress pattern. This one is a little bit more difficult than the syllable stress. The stress pattern involves you to know how to transcribe and also how to identify the stress marks, the primary stress marks. What I want you to do here, you transcribe the 4 options, okay? 3 of the options we have the stress placed on the same syllable, while 1 of them will be placed on a different syllable. The one placed on a different syllable is your answer. For example, away. The syllable is placed on the 2nd syllable way. Apart. The stress is placed on the syllable part. Behind. The stress is placed on the syllable hind. River. The stress is placed on the 1st syllable. So the option D here is different. So that makes it your answer. Let's attempt questions 41 to 45. Question 41. Number, command, conclude, remark. Now let's take a look at the transcriptions. Number, the stress is placed on the 1st syllable. Command, the stress is placed on the 2nd syllable. Conclude, the stress is placed on the 2nd syllable. Remark, the stress is placed on the 2nd syllable. Number is the only option here where the stress is placed on the first syllable. So that makes number your answer. So the correct option here is A, number. Question 42, center, people, setting, concern. Center, the stress is placed on the first syllable. People, the stress is placed on the first syllable. Setting, the stress is placed on the first syllable, but concern, the stress is placed on the second syllable. So the correct option here is concern. The correct option here is option D, concern. Question 43. Defensive, quality, dependable, indiscipline. Question 43. Defensive, the stress is on the second syllable. Quality, the stress is on the first syllable. Dependable, the stress is on the second syllable. Indiscipline, the stress is on the second syllable. So the only word here where the stress is placed on the different syllable is quality. Question 44. Exodus, exercise, examine, execute. For exodus, the stress is on the first syllable. For exercise, the stress is on the first syllable. For examine, the stress is on the second syllable. And for execute, the stress is on the first syllable. So option C, examine, is the correct option. Option C, therefore, is the correct option. The last question for stress pattern. Supply, madam, demand, request. For supply, the stress is on the second syllable. For madam, the stress is on the first syllable. For demand, the stress is on the second syllable. And for request, the stress is on the second syllable. So the correct option here is obviously madam, because the stress is on the first syllable, different from the others. The correct option here is madam. Section 6. Now, this is the easiest part of test of orals. Now, this is emphatic stress. They'll give you a question and then we stress a particular word. What you have to do is just to look through the options and find out which one does not contain the stressed word. For example, my mother's friend hates pets. The stressed word here is friend. So you look through the options, boss, friend, friend, friend. Option A does not contain friend, so that obviously is your answer. Very easy, right? So question 46, Michael works weekdays at the hospital. You look through the options, hospital, hospital, gymnasium, hospital. The correct option here is C, gymnasium, because it does not contain hospital. Question 47, Mary's watch is made of silver. You go through the options, gold, silver, silver, silver. The obvious answer here is gold. Question 48, the Nigerian team won the Nations Cup in 1994. Won. Win, lose, win, win. Option B is correct because it does not contain, in fact, it contains the opposite of the word won. Question 49, my uncle is coming from Kano today. So let's go. From, to, from. The correct option here is to, because it does not contain the stressed word here, from. And it is not even a corresponding question to the answer. My uncle is coming from Kano today. The last question. The final paper of the examination was easy. We're looking at final here. Option 1, final. Option A, final. No final here, final, final. The correct option here is B. What I usually advise my students is to attempt questions 46 to 50 first to boost their confidence when attempting English language paper 3. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please hit the subscribe button and let's reach a wider audience.